Hi everyone, this is Nadina. Welcome to my channel. So today the video is going to be like a follow-up video on yesterday's video. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. Also give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more of this type of content. So what you currently see a lot in the kind of crypto articles all over is headlines like this. 40% plus Ethereum PoS nodes are controlled by two addresses, says sentiment data. So I also talked about that yesterday. What they mean here is there are two main staking pools that control a high percentage of the overall validation nodes. So you also see tweets like this, where you have a breakdown of the different addresses and the percentage of validator nodes they have on the new Ethereum proof of stake chain. So the first one here belongs to the Lido staking pool and the second one to Coinbase, and all the others, they also mostly belong to large exchanges like Binance. And this makes totally sense because people are lazy or just want to have it convenient. So they don't want to move their Ether to another platform to stake it. And so when they have some Ether sitting on an exchange like Coinbase or Binance, they just want to stake it and just let it sit there and earn some rewards. So it makes sense that those exchanges have a large contribution to the validations. However, the Lido staking pool is a little bit different. That's actually a platform that is run so people can stake their Ether without having the requirements that you need if you run a validation node yourself. For example, you need 32 Ether, so you're qualified to run a validation node. And using a staking pool like Lido allows you to do that with less and still earn rewards. So when I talked about this yesterday, I also talked about the worry that comes with that it might basically mean that the Ethereum blockchain lost decentralization. So you have these large contributors and that have a lot of control because they control a large percentage of the validation nodes. However, when I looked a little bit more into it, I realized that especially in regards to the Lido staking pool, this worry might be a little bit misplaced. And you can let me know in the comments what your opinion is on that. But yeah, so I looked a little bit more how Lido actually works. And you can find on the Lido homepage, there is like blogs. They have blogs constantly and explain things. This is a little bit an older article from November 6, 2020, but it explains how Lido actually works. So when I was reading through that, I realized that I think the worry about having Lido a large percentage of validations is actually not that an issue. Because if you read through the primary goals that Lido has, so for example, to allow users to earn staking rewards without fully locking their capital, which is also an issue. If you run a validator node, you actually basically lock up your Ether, and I think right now it's over a year that you cannot withdraw your Ether. So the goal of Lido is also that users just can stake and unstake whenever they would like. And so the next one is to offer flexibility to users to earn rewards on deposits smaller than 32 Ether. That's what I mentioned before. So you don't need 32 Ether to actually start. You can just go with a smaller deposit. To reduce the risk of losing a stake deposit due to software failures or malicious third parties. So yeah, when you run a validator node, you have to really make sure that your software runs smoothly and you're not offline too long, because then so-called slashing occurs, which is sort of a punishment of the validator to not comply with the rules and not be behaving well. So slashing means that they just take a percentage of your staked ether, or even all of it if something goes really bad. So as Lido is kind of trying to protect just general users that don't want to, like, maybe don't have the knowledge to run an actual node, and it would be way too risky because they don't understand what the technology actually is and how it works. So they want to protect those users, but still let them be able to stake, while some people that really know what they're doing can run the nodes themselves. And then the next is to provide the staked ether, STETH is staked ether, token as a building block for other applications and protocols, collateral in lending or other trading DeFi solutions. I'm not sure if that's already the case, but yeah, in the future, for example, you could use that staked ether and use it as a collateral to borrow against it and get another cryptocurrency for it. And the last one, to provide an alternative to exchange staking, self-staking, and other semi-custodial decentralized protocols. And at the very bottom, they say, Lido is designed as a simple-to-use protocol with community governance. And I think that's very significant, community governance, because that basically hints towards decentralization as well. And that's why I don't believe that having Lido, such a high percentage of validators, is actually not that of a problem. Because if you still have a community that governs it and you need consensus to make changes to it, then you can't really say that there is a large control of like one big player. It's actually a community, and that community is part of the Ethereum community as well. So I think from just this standpoint, this is still decentralization and nothing really to worry about. And then the protocol has to follow changes in the underlying blockchain mechanism. Exactly. So they have to follow Ethereum, and then they're working hard to like comply with it. So yeah, and here you have a little bit of like a schematic. This is old, since it's of 2020. They still have here a graphic that references Ethereum 1. So everything in this block up here is actually now also on the Beacon chain, because the Beacon chain ran like parallel to Ethereum 1 until they had tested everything, and then it came together. So basically the Beacon chain like took over. So this, you just imagine, is like one blue square, and it's your Ethereum 2. But what you see here is actually that in Lido, everything, because it's decentralized, the idea is to have it decentralized. Everything is controlled by smart contracts, which means that nobody is really holding the ether. It's in the contract and on the blockchain. And so here you see how it works. You have the node operator who knows how to run the software to run a validation node. You have users that can stake ether and unstake ether to the Lido staking contracts. And that all together goes into the Ethereum deposit contract. And then you get, what you then see is basically this one address for the Lido staking pool, controlling, basically the validations are all referenced to that contract address. However, behind that address, there are multiple node operators, and they're completely independent from the Lido staking pool. There is nobody that tells them what to do. And I think currently there are 29 node operators. So when you look at the percentage, so it's like 34% that the Lido pool currently has in terms of validators. So it actually kind of split up into 29. So that makes probably like each validator like 1 to 2%. But yeah, I mean, that's still kind of high when you think about it. But obviously in the future, more validator node operators will join that staking pool. And so it will more and more distributed and more decentralized. And so that's the reason why I don't think that actually the Lido, the high percentage for the Lido staking pool is really a problem. What worries me more is that Coinbase has 14.6%, I think. Let me go back real quick. Oh no, here it says 16.1. And I think that it's a little bit more of a worry because Coinbase is a centralized organization, a company, and you don't know what they do in the background. I don't think that you can become an independent node operator and join a Coinbase staking pool. It's literally just Coinbase running those. And so they have a lot of control. They have 16.1% control over the validations. And that's, yeah, that worries me more. My hope is that in the future, because more validators or node operators join the Ethereum community, that they will basically grab those percentages. But yeah, Coinbase is a very big exchange, the biggest you have out there, I guess. And so, yeah, we will see in the future if that percentage will go down. But it's also, yeah, people like it convenient, as I said in the beginning. And yeah, so you will always have a lot of Ether staked on Coinbase. So we'll see how that's going to play out in the future. I don't think you should be too worried about the Lido staking pool. If you think you should be worried, please leave me a comment and tell me why you think so. I'd be really interested in your opinions. Please comment on it. And yeah, also give me, if you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you again. Bye.